All right, my people. This is the Toast FX with Bitcoin. I just took a sales trade of Bitcoin yesterday, early in the morning during Asian close. Although price didn't make to the long-term profit that I intended, but since today is Friday and the point where we are, I thought it's okay. It's better to close some of the position. I'm hoping it goes long way to the downside, but let me take this profit to where I just took. This is Bitcoin. I see Bitcoin has a long runway to the downside as a matter of retracement, but we shall be selling it into specific sections and buying it whenever the market gives us a good opportunity. So now, what's happening with Bitcoin? Of course, major structure of Bitcoin is bullish. You see prices maintaining these higher highs. Price maintaining higher highs. And this one here is the latest bullish structure. When price approached these monthly highs, you see we have a rejection wicks or candlesticks, like very small bodies and long shadows, indicating that buyers' power has been exhausted and now sellers are pulling in the market, but they are pulling in as a retracement. Hear me out. For those who bought Bitcoin when it was around the $60,000 to $74,000, you could possibly continue to keep on holding because we might retrace and then go to create a higher high. But then now we're just selling a retracement. So when we trade Bitcoin as an asset, we treat it different as when we trade it as a currency or as a pair. So now I'm going to sell this liquidity. Then what was the first point? Target with this monthly time frame liquidity flip. Here is where my TP1 was situated. Coming to the weekly time frame now, what I found out is that price was at this very strong weekly price floor zone. This week is not yet closed until today. If it closes today this way, and I hope it will, then we could confirm that price has broken out of this price floor. It might be come to test again here as a price ceiling. Perhaps maybe next week. We shall look at next week after this candle closes. Of course, I'll do another analysis on Sunday or on Saturday tomorrow to see how this candle closes. It will give us all information we need, whether we will buy to this point, a resistance zone, or it will continue to sell to the monthly time frame liquidity flip. Then here comes the point, how did I be able to spot this sales opportunity Thursday, yesterday? Because yesterday is when I sold Bitcoin. All right. Now, daily time frame trend is obvious bearish. You had a lower low, lower high, lower low, highs of structure were tested here, the daily time frame. We have an SIS at a potential area of interest. That's why I say if next week this price will buy up to this zone, we might expect a major sell once price comes to this zone. So that's what I found out. But remember, that is Thursday's candle, yesterday's candle. Then the confluence to sell at this area came from the daily time frame fib level. During Asian close and opening of the London session, London Open, and I found out that we have had this fib level here being retested at 50% from this swing high to this swing low point. So when I looked at this market, price already retested 50% of fib level. And remember, 50% of fib level is normally used for continuation. Most of the continuation of the trend we can take from the 50%. And reversal most of the time happens at 61 and 70%. So it depends whether you are the area of interest or otherwise. Okay. Then I studied these candles here from 1 hour time frame. We have had a confirmation, which is a 1 hour bearish engulfing. The moment price retested at this 50 fib level, we had a lower low, price created a lower high. Then you see this candle. This was 8 o'clock. we have had a bearish engulfing. Then during retracement of these two candles here, so we have 1 hour bearish engulfing here. And of course, when this candle closed, I was here. I said, nah, if I take this trade here to this overthrow, it will be very huge amount of pips for me to risk. Then what was the nearby liquidity with this hidden COC? So I waited until price approached this area. I just entered this market through market execution. For some few hours, prices to move to the downside. And then during New York session, especially this is the Canadian Open, price retraced back to the origin entry and then continue in the proceeding to the sales. Now you could ask, why would I have closed this trade where I just closed? If the fib level, is taking me to the downside where there is a liquidity flip, why do I choose to close this trade? Here is the point. You see, we are having a liquidity engineering here in terms of wicks. Okay, yesterday. But when you come to the daily time frame, you see here we have a 2 days candles rejecting, continue going to the downside, pushed this market to the upside. All right. And now today, yesterday I tolerated that 4 hours liquidity engineering. I was able to still on holding, keep it on holding. But today I just observed, I said now this is 1 hour liquidity engineering, and today is Friday. Better to just close this trade. You know, this is Bitcoin is one of the highly volatile, less nearly coming to gold in terms of volatility, but it also speed up. So it is what it is, and it goes well. The only trade that I took today on Friday is this USD card, a counter trend trade. You know, with the USD card, I want this pair to come to the downside in order for me to continue to buy. We have a lot of liquidities here. We have the head and shoulder. We have the MDL. Everything is bullish. So during this retracement is now I just took this counter trend trade and I'm still holding it. Although it shows some sign of pulling it back, it's okay. It's just a counter trend trade. Then my good trade will be a bullish trade, I think, next week. For now, let's celebrate what we have harvested.